Hey everyone, so today we're going to be covering the differences between policy and public forum. So when it comes to the topic rotation, both of these debates have pre-assigned topics. So don't worry, you will be going into the round knowing what you're talking about. But in policy debate, the topic lasts a year, whereas in public forum, the topics last 2 months every fall and 1 month every spring. This is designed so in the fall, people who are just getting a start on the debate season have more time to develop their case and start to get into the rhythm of it. But in the spring, this ramps up, and so you start having monthly competitions, especially for the more competitive tournaments. When it comes to the topic areas, policy is going to be focusing on governmental policy, whereas the affirmative is directly proposing a plan and the negative is defending the status quo or maybe a competitive policy option. Whereas in public forum, we're going to be focusing on current events where the pro is just straightforward defending the resolution while the con is just opposing the resolution itself. The judges are going to differ in both debates as well. In policy, they're voting for or against the plan, and they're going to be more experienced and more technical. This is just so they can get a more grasp on the language and understand the debate going on and the nuances inside of the debate itself. In public forum, we're trying to talk to a more general audience, so the judges are typically going to be less experienced, and they're going to focus on the grand picture of things. Overall, their role is just to decide if the resolution is a good or bad idea. When it comes to research and evidence, which is probably one of the biggest differences, is that policy is going to have formal cards or extended block quotations. And a lot of these cards are going to be provided in a packet for most divisions. Whereas in public forum, there's less formal evidence. You can either paraphrase or quote evidence like you would in any essay that you write for high school. Or the main difference here is that in public forum, students are going to have to do their own research. So we aren't providing a monthly packet for you all. When it comes to differences in speech structure, policy has much longer speech times compared to public forum, which has shorter speech times. We'll get into that in a further video. In policy, you have 2 constructives and 2 rebuttals for each side, whereas in public forum, you have a constructive, a rebuttal, a summary, and a final focus. It's in both debates, however, every speaker you have, there's 2 speakers for each side will get 2 speeches. In policy debate, the other difference is that the negative side will have a back-to-back, what we call a block, where they have a speech that the second negative construction and then the first negative rebuttal in a row. And so they have a block, whereas in public forum, you just continuously switch sides. And then finally, in questioning periods, in policy, these are known as cross-examinations. These are really just one-sided questioning following each constructive that the next speaker is going to question the current speaker. And in public forum, to oppose that, we call them crossfires because both sides are firing questions. And so both sides are both going to ask questions and answer questions, and they're going to follow both sides' speeches. So after both sides give a constructive, there's a crossfire. After both sides give a rebuttal, there's a crossfire. And after both sides give a summary, there's a crossfire.